What is going on, travelers, and welcome back to episode 2 of the walkthrough. We're going to continue with our mission Awakenings. Next up, I want us to leave the planet, so we're going to go ahead and take off in our ship. Go ahead and collect some oxygen if it's nearby. Usually these are at the sites at times. Let's see, I think we picked up everything. Just double check. Ooh. Looks like it reset, and we can take more this time. We got nothing. We got nothing. How about this? Either that or I never took it from last episode. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, weird. Anyway, go ahead and hop in the ship. You're going to be testing out the controls for it. So in order for you to take off, you're on mouse and keyboard. You're going to go ahead and press W. That means you went ahead and take off automatically. It's not going to let you do the landing gear by itself, unfortunately. So in order for you to accelerate even more, you're going to go ahead and hold down your input button, mouse and keyboard, that's W. That makes you go a little bit faster. You can notice at the bottom left there that our units per second is about 28. But if we go ahead and press the shift button, that'll be our boost. That lets us go just a bit faster in one direction. We're going to go ahead and make our way up. Once we get into the black, we're going to go ahead and do the things that the instructions are going to tell us. Soul system. I had to put a little bit of that soul in there. Anyway, we're going to test the Starship systems. 0 out of 3 so far. It wants us to test the controls and thrust. That's holding W. Just W. That's all you need to do. Up until it actually reads it. If it's not reading it right away, oh, like it actually did. But if it's not doing that, just give it a second and it'll read. Now it wants us to test with L shift, which is our boost. Go ahead and test with boost. Now it wants us to go ahead and go into pulse. What pulse is kind of like the warp in game. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold your spacebar down, whatever input button you have on your console. And we're actually going to point ourselves to the next signal source after it comes up from this test. So we're going to go ahead and point to this direction. Remember, we still have 50%. Now that we've done that, go ahead and drop pulse. And now we got an incoming message. I'm going to speed through this a little bit quickly. You can take your time during this walkthrough to go ahead and pause this and go ahead and read it on your playthrough. Well, we got our planetary coordinates.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh, it is on the same planet. That's what's up. That's our next spot to go to because we are low on tritium. We have about 100 of it, but that's okay for the moment. When we come back out, we need to find an asteroid field in order for us to get more tritium. But once we land, we need to find copper. This is going to be our resource for chromatic metal, which is going to be making our our base computer, so we can build our base. Need a good place to land. During the walkthrough prep, we found a nice flat spot. Really good to build on. We just need to build a 2x2 base. Doesn't really need to be anything luxurious. If you want to build and go crazy, by all means go ahead. But at this time, I pretty much would just stay with what the mission's asking of us if that's what you want to do. Let's go ahead and hop out. If you do need to land, you slow your ship down to about 20 units per second and press E, or whatever input button that your takeoff is, and press that button and you will land. You will not land if you're anywhere above 20 units per second. Need that oxygen. So we're going to use your targeting sweep. You'll use your scanner by pressing F, and it automatically takes you to that targeting sweep. You can swap between your targeting sweep and your scan by pressing 1 and by pressing 3. Okay, cool. So it says it's that way where that gear is at, which is a damage component. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. You can make this spot your nice little home up until you're ready to leave the system. Go ahead and go over here. There's damaged machinery. Viper signal. 16, 16, 16. Deploy a base computer. And terrain manipulator. Okay, let's extract those plans. Okay, cool. So I believe we already have the, I think it's 1 dihydrogen.
Technology installed.
Okay, there are 2 things of carbon nanotubes and 1 dihydrogen jelly. I'm pretty sure we already have that. Oh, wanted to quickly address something from last episode. Relax mode does have combat in it. It's just a more relaxed way of playing the game, but it still has some features in there that are from the normal game. Shout out to Carnivore for setting me straight on that. Let's see, we need the 2 carbon nanotubes as well. Go ahead and do that. Once you have those 2, go ahead and make your terrain manipulator. That's what's going to help us get the minerals out of the ground. So you'll see little deposits, which we'll go over in a second. We'll need to scan for them first. You can already see that they're popping up on the menu for you to find. Just need to know which one's really close to you. That's 602 away. That one's really far away over there. And there's a third one, which is kind of a little bit further in between the 2. Oh, that's gold. There's a nice close one right there. We're going to highlight it by pressing E, or whatever input it's asking you to press. Ooh, there's another one right there. So we're going to keep that other one highlighted, and we're going to go ahead and touch this one. There's one 500 away, and there's another one. That's ammonia. That's ammonia again. That is salt. Oh, so put us all the way around over there again. Okay, cool. So this one is right there. Gonna take a bit to get that 1,000. Now, I know this is going to come up later on within the walkthrough, so I'm going to go ahead and answer it now. Can you hurt the animals and get something from them? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. You'll get a little thing called Mordite, which then turns into ferrite. Oh, not ferrite, I'm sorry. It's Mordite that then turns to kind of like pinkish, poopish thing that refines into it. So it just keeps cycling from Mordite into that little like pink poop, and then it'll just keep doing that over and over again once you put it into a refiner. Okay, that should be done. We got our 457. Let's go ahead and put the next amount in. Wow, it took everything on that. Go ahead and put another 80 in. Give that a minute. We can go ahead and put our base computer down. Go ahead and press Z. This is your build menu button, by the way. It'll let you know on the bottom right which one to press. We're going to put our base computer down. Now, if you don't like the area that it's at, I believe you can pick it up before you actually establish a claim spot. And once it is claimed, I think you can still move it. Let's go ahead and kind of prove that here in a second. I'm going to get my navigational data. Okay, all kinds, blah, 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 claim base. Now, the amount of units per range is about 300 units. So that's kind of far, depending on what you're building, but it is a little confined within an area. This is to allow other players who are playing with you to also build around, but they can't build in your base. Let's see, go ahead and go back to the base computer. As long as those editing rights are a specific way, we'll go into that here in a minute. Track plans. Temporal angle door. We got what we need to build the base. You can go ahead and read that guidance alert if you want to. Got everything we need to build the base. So what I was talking about in terms of you building, go ahead and go to your options menu and head over to, I believe it's network. There we go. So when you're in network, you'll notice my multiplayer is disabled. I have this for specific reasons. The last expedition, I kind of just wanted to breeze through it. Just with myself, and this is allowing other players to get things, but that's neither here or there for this walkthrough. The main thing that I'm going to talk about is, one, allow PvP with. And if you want PvP with your friends, you go ahead and turn this on to anyone. If not, you'll go ahead and slide that to no one, so no one can mess with you. So other than can add base parts, you want to turn this to no one. You want to turn the can delete base parts into either group of friends. If you're playing with friends, if you're playing with no one, change it to no one. A bunch of these you're going to want to edit yourself. So that way no one can sit there and put anything on your base for sure. As long as you have the settings, the network settings set the way you want them to. Oh, and here's another thing we need to talk about since we did a little bit of a ship flight. Let me go and collect this. That was awfully quick. Alright. So with ship flight, it's going to come a few things. We're going to go back to that menu that we went to before, go to options, and we're going to go over to, is it general? No, it is not general. It is controls. Once you go over to controls, you're going to go in a little thing that says ship controls. The ship controls are going to be your ship control style, your flight controls, and your Starship Combat Auto Follow. We'll talk more about Starship Combat Auto Follow later on. This kind of just sets it up to the point where the game can help you shoot in your ship, or you can kind of have that in between where you can toggle, or you can have a button held down, which is S, and that will allow you to follow your combat target while holding S is held, and then stop when S is released. Other than that, flight controls are on normal if you want it inverted, which means down is up and up is down. So if you're looking at the marker here on screen, I don't know if this is going to be any good of an example. If you're inverted, that means if I move up, this is going to move the ship down. If I move down, that means the nose of the ship is going to go up. It doesn't matter if you if you turn left or turn right. You cannot strafe left or strafe right. You can strafe forward and back, but you can't strafe left and strafe right in this game. It's not the same as Star Citizen, or it's not the same as Elite Dangerous, where you have 6 degrees of freedom, and you're able to strafe up, strafe down, strafe left, strafe right. You can just strafe forward and strafe back. Twist to y'all left, twist to y'all right. That's about it in No Man's Sky, unfortunately. So, again, with inverted, down is moving the ship's nose up, and moving the cursor up moves the ship nose down. And change that back to normal, which means up moves the ship nose up, and down moves the ship nose down. Now, with ship control style, this is another thing. The reason why I have it locked is because tethered means if the cursor moves this way, I'm going to move the cursor back just to show you. If the cursor moves this way, that means then the ship moves this way. If the cursor moves this way, that means then the ship moves that way. It'll be like a split second for the ship to know that it needs to go in that specific direction. But if you want it locked, that means if I move this left, the cursor left, the ship is immediately going to move left. If I move the ship to the right, it's definitely going to move to the right, up, down. It's going to do all of that. And that's a little bit on ship controls. We'll talk more about ship stuff later on. Wanted to get that out of the way because we were talking about it in options. Oh, there's buildable technology here. This is very important. Get a full picture of it. There we go. And because we're building here, I don't want a big hole in the ground, so let's go ahead and get that terrain manipulator out and restore. If you do happen to have buildable technology in your spot, go ahead and pick it up. It is because we're going to be using that to get some buildables in this episode of the walkthrough. Now let's go ahead and use the build button by pressing Z. We're going to start making floors. What we're going to do is we're going to get floors that are 2x2. Is it near the damaged machinery? Oh, it's over there. Oh, no. So if you do make a mistake, just like I did, go ahead and press C, press X, and that deletes it. Unfortunately, you have to press Z again, go to the item, and then you'll see these little circles up. That's the snapping points. You're going to want to do that. Which is also another reason why I need to get this up and built. I'll go ahead and put in that angle door right there. Go ahead and right click back. Go get your timber walls. We can't get the actually, I guess we can. Yeah, it's the same amount. Let's go ahead and do that.
Base computer online.
Cool, we're going to do that in just a second. Get our full 4 walls going to get us out of the storm. Whoop, that one's backwards. Additionally, you can just go ahead and pick it up and actually move it if you wanted to, and it'll move. Actually, no, it just copied it. That's awesome. I guess it copied it and then moved it over. I was gonna say it was just gonna move it over the last time I've done this, but that's awesome. It does that. Now, if we just put that and you run out of,
Stabilizing.
if you just put the roof off and you're out of carbon, that's okay. This will actually count as you being inside somewhere. So as long as there's a roof and like somewhat of walls around you, you'll be fine. I need to figure this out for a moment. There we go. And now we have shelter. We don't necessarily need to worry about the storm anymore. Now that we've done that, we need to go back to the base computer. I think I put it... Where did I put it? Oh, I put it over there. Guys, go ahead and reset that. As we're going through it, we need salvage data found nearby, which we already did. Now it's going to give us a base... Actually, what is it called again? It is called a... I had to get inside for a minute. There it is, Construction Research Unit. We're going to go ahead and build up with that. Use the carbon nanotubes. One and done. We're going to use a bunch of this to make pure ferrite dust. Ferrite dust into pure ferrite dust. And then remember how I said we're going to go ahead and build this again. We're going to go ahead and put this right here. Actually, you can put it anywhere you want your base. That makes sense. And we're going to make a second one of these, actually. Because we do need to get some items moving. If we're consistently waiting on one, that's a lot of time that we're going to be waiting on specific things to be made.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
One we can take with us, and the other one we can leave here at the base, just in case.
Technology recharge.
We can leave these here. If you do leave the game, they will actually disappear, unfortunately. Okay, we need magnetized ferrite. We can actually go out and... Actually, does this planet have it? Let me see. This planet does not have it. And if you've gone into space, we're kind of curious about some of the other planets before, then you'll kind of look around. The other one that we were on, actually... Oh, both of these places have ancient bones. We did move. This one had magnetized ferrite, so technically we could go back, collect that magnetized ferrite, and then come back here. Or the second option would be go ahead and turn your ferrite into pure ferrite. I think we need... How much do we actually need for it? We need 20, which means the magnetized ferrite is going to be 40, and because it's 1-to-1 for ferrite dust to pure ferrite dust, we'll just need 40 of it. That will go in here. So I want all that. And then our other one is going to make that 40 pure ferrite that we need. And right there, perfect. While those are going, I think... Already done. Hold on, leave that one there. Take this, put it in there. Take the pure ferrite. Now it's going to give us the 20 we need. And we have our 20. Now we're ready to build our construction research unit. Let's see, I'm going to want a portal to be right in the middle of the room. So let me go ahead and put this right in the corner.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Good thing we're in shelter. Okay, now here comes the real fun of all this. We're going to want this thing right here. There's our base teleport module, and we're working our way down the left side of this tree. Get the solar panel. We want the battery, because the solar panel and the battery give us a lot more electricity to work with. You can use the biofuel reactor if you kind of just wanted to do this quick because it only takes 1 salvage data. Unfortunately, we only have 2 at the moment, so to rack all this up, because we already got 2, we're not going to count the portal that we're going to build later on, but this takes 1. This is free. This one is 8. Wait, what was the other one? 3? That was 1. And that's about 9, and we're going to need about 3 from this one, so about 12. Signal booster, I believe we get for free later on. Don't necessarily need to do that. The hazard protection unit, I don't think we're gonna need that because 1, we don't have any phosphorus, and 2, yeah, we don't need it at the moment. So we're gonna focus on the 12 salvage data that that we need. Oh, I thought it still had more in there. It's all green. Okay, cool. We got more ferrite dust to work with. Right, so what we're looking for, now that we're back outside in the storm, for those little bits of technology, little Wi-Fi symbols that we found last time. Yep, how long do we have? We got 1 minute and 38 seconds to find it. Oh, there's one right there. Right, no big rush. If you don't feel like you have the materials, go ahead and load up. Once you're done with that, then go back outside and do what you need to do. If you're more of a builder right now and you're watching this walkthrough, go back to the constructor, go to research structures, and you can go through and get any one of these structures using the salvage data that you want. You want to go ahead and start building with anything that you want. I would more than recommend creative mode, so you can build anything and everything without having to gather the materials that you need for it. But if you want to do it on a normal mode, I would highly advise you to go about it that way. Let's go ahead and get what we need. And it should be right as rain. Sometimes they'll give you 3, sometimes they'll give you 4, sometimes they'll just give you 1 or 2. It all depends on the find. You don't necessarily have to do that. I just like doing that because it looks nice. Let's see, let's go ahead and roll the dice over here. I'm just kind of getting off topic. Going towards the damaged machinery. Can't speak, man. Speaking way too fast. Did we even get in here? There we go. He's got nanites. Get rid of that goop. Collect enough of these and you can actually make some to give you more nanites, but it's not that many. There's better ways of doing it. Oh, we already got it. I need to get the next one. There's an unknown building nearby. That's ancient bones over there. There's another knowledge stone not too far away from us. Since our scanning range is a bit short, we need to go further into a direction to see if there's any more buildable technology. Let's go ahead and go towards... There's a health restorative over there. Go towards the abandoned building and the sentinel. Something else to put on the menu as well. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. That's what I wanted. Go to your multi-tool. And go to your bolt caster. We're not gonna... Actually, I think we can. Let's go ahead and install that chromatic metal in there. And then our 1 carbon nanotube. I'm sorry, 3. Our 3 things of carbon nanotubes. Go ahead and install this. Trust me, this is going to be very helpful to have. Well, it's a manufacturing facility. This kind of puts plans a little faster than expected. So you do have that navigational data on you if you spot one of these ahead of time. The idea is to actually get the ship here, because we're going to shoot that front door, but we're not going to shoot it with our bolt caster. We're going to shoot it with our ship. You notice the ship came over without it having any launch thrust. Yeah, it was 0. But it still came. Let's go ahead and use that. Hop into the ship. I mean, you could run around in circles shooting the door and then running away, shooting the door and then running away. We want to go ahead and do that. What we're going to do is find the front door and use the ship to do this. We're gonna get the Sentinel's attention, and it's gonna try to send the ship after us because we're in our ship, but we're gonna land right where it's asking us to land. Oh, there's the door right there. We go ahead and go up a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and turn around. Go as slow as we can. Oh, that's the base. There we are. I went a little too far.
Hostile scan detected.
Let the ship scan you, it's fine. Once you see the door bust, which I think it has. Yeah, it already did. Go ahead and land. Once you've landed, Sentinels will be all over you. Make a mad dash to the door. Don't even worry about them yet. Head in through the door. They'll be like, where'd you go? Now, with the puzzle and everything, you'll be able to solve this no problem. If you don't get the answer right the first time, you can go ahead and go to your... Hold on, I'll explain in a minute. You'll go back to your restore save, which is from your ship, and it'll bring you back to that moment you left your ship. You can come back in here and resolve the puzzle. Okay, the terminal appears to be asking for a manual confirmation experiment. Go ahead and insert the carbon. Was that the correct answer? Okay, so the entire thing had shut down. What I'm going to do is go ahead and options, go to reload autosave. That autosave is going to put us back next to the ship. That means we're going to run back in, try to solve the puzzle again. It's asking us for the experiment. So it's going to be the same puzzle every time. Kind of waiting for it to do its thing. All right, we're actually in the ship where the autosave was. Okay, that's where the base was. Let's pull up a little bit. Oh, they'll put us next to... Wait, where? There it is. Okay, the door's actually on the other side, so go ahead and do that. In the past, I'm going off knowledge from the past, that it would put you next to your ship in the landing spot when you jumped out.
Hostile scan detected.
But I guess this time it auto-saved right before we got out of the ship. Got it, okay. Same thing again. Land. And it should say restore point save. I'm sorry, so don't go to your autosave, go to your restore point. That'll be the one above it. I'm gonna get shot here in a moment. So yeah, restore point right there, go to that. And then go over to this again. It should have the same puzzle. I'm pretty sure it does, unless they changed it. It indicates the facility undertaking research. Yeah, so it's the same one. We did insert carbon last time. Let's go ahead and continue experiment. And it shut down. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this all over again. Third time's the charm, just in case you can't pass it. I've had one where I've selected all three answers and each one was a fail. So I'm hoping the third one is going to get us to where we need to go, because we need that blueprint. Sometimes the Sentinel Force will be deactivated during a restart, so they'll be really docile up until you start shooting them. Okay, so let's end the experiment. And ending the experiment was the solution. If you see that blue beam, you're good to go. Okay, now you can extract nanites for it if you need more nanites. You can get a great multi-tool expansion slot. If you're okay with the multi-tool, you want to expand the slots even more to put more upgrades in, or you can learn a new recipe. Now we just want to learn a new recipe, because this recipe we're going to get for free, and it is over here for the microprocessor, which we need chromatic metal and we need carbon nanotubes in order for us to make those microprocessors. So we don't necessarily need to buy them if we're under the amount that's needed to purchase them at a space station or from a pilot.
Item received.
And the thing is, you only get one, so make sure you choose wisely. You only get one factory override. Go ahead and take these specimens. Make sure you take the ammo boxes too. That one provides sodium. I've never seen a yellow ammo box. They're all usually red. I don't think we need to take anything from the table. I think we're pretty much done. Here, you go ahead and take your carbon. Oh, that's just the seat. I didn't mean to press that. Oh, I guess we don't get carbon from those. Bummer. Go ahead and take this. This gives us units.
Units received.
Nice. I think we're leading off with a pretty good amount. Oh, 9,000. Oh, 9,000's fine. We could do better though. Now, going to the. Oh, is this a cave? Feels like a cave. Our hazard protection is pretty much up. Nothing's gonna help us in there. Change your multi-tool over to Boltcaster. Now, what you're gonna do is take these tanks out. You're gonna tank. Where'd that health one go? Another tank over there. We're gonna be taking mainly these out. You're gonna notice that there's a spawner that comes in, as well as a health drone that tries to heal these guys so they can take you out. We're gonna be doing this in a loop. So what I mean is, keep going. It's gonna pop that. You collect it. It's gonna give you you get pugnium and you get salvage glass from each one. I'll go ahead and take this little guy out too. That's little health drone right there. Make sure you take these guys out. And keep collecting those barrels. That'll bring your shield back up. You want your shield to run low. The reason why we're doing this for upgrades. This is the first time within game that you can go ahead and get your free upgrades immediately by taking out sentinels. And we'll show you which of these later on. Then we have 3 things to salvage glass now. It's right there. Oh my god. Oh, let me see if I can move that to my ship. I can't because it's out of range.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
Alright, let me get behind the ship so I can put my stuff in here before we get shot. A lot more space in the room there is in my inventory. So go ahead and put that away. We should be fine now.
Toxic protection.
Now that's our spawner right there. We want to keep this guy alive so we keep spewing these guys out so we can keep taking more of what we need. We want to keep the level 2. That way more sentinels will keep coming little by little. We won't get swarmed by having more powerful sentinels come out, which are the dogs and the mechs.
Hostile scan detected.
Oh, instead of getting the barrel, it got the ship. There we go. So if you hear it sound like that means there's more of these sentinels coming, or it's making the little health drones. You should see one pop up in 3. Yep, there it goes, right there, right on time. And the shields, don't worry about those. You can just go around it, or if you have a very powerful weapon on you, like the pulse spitter or the... I forgot what the shotgun one was called. Near you. You can go ahead and just shoot right through them and then just keep shooting at the sentinel. It's actually very, very laughable. Whoop. Someone decided to shoot a grenade at me. Once you have 10 of these salvage glass, go ahead and break off. There we go. I went ahead and lost a life because of that. If you do get to this point, fall back. And you'll notice that, let's see, I think I need a bit more out of that. How are we doing on life support? Let's go ahead and go back inside and recover. They'll be waiting outside for me, though.
Technology recharge.
Okay, remember what I said about the food. Okay, that does help out with our shield. But that didn't help us out with our health, unfortunately. So, no, don't deactivate! They'll still be there, by the way. They're not going to go anywhere. But since we're close to getting our 8, this is what necessarily you're going to get as soon as I move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, so you'll notice we ended up getting 3 of these upgrades already. Oh, inventory full. Did it move to the ship? No, it did not move to the ship. Oh my god. Please tell me I didn't waste it.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Let me go ahead and move some of the upgrades over there. We ended up getting 4, which is great. Move this Magno Gold over to the starship. I don't know where the other thing went to, but this is exactly what we wanted for our multi-tool. Because then that gives us an adjacency bonus for our bolt caster, which means it's going to do 1% more damage and fire rate's just a bit faster by 2%. Let's go ahead and pluck the other ones. It's just going to go straight to the multi-tool, unfortunately. There. And our last one, we can sell that for nanites. Now there's no way we can get any more room. That thing is filled up to the brim. Let's go ahead and try to get some more. Let's get rid of that pugnium. I don't need it anymore. It'll be used for some things later on if you want to keep it. Go ahead and keep it. Like the viscous fluids, we don't need that. But we are going to need pugnium. I did get rid of it, so it's up to you at this point. Now we got the boltcaster. Go ahead and start. So it is just a bit snappier. It shoots a little bit faster, just a little bit. Excuse me. And we're going to want to do this until we get the upgrades that we want. Again, you don't necessarily have to do this and keep moving on with the game, but this is going to help you in specific situations where you're going to need that extra health, that extra life when your shield goes down. Oh yeah, they go down really fast. Okay, reinforcements are coming in. Once it hits 3, I recommend not doing this anymore. Don't go above level 3. Okay, this is the unit that was here previously. Now another unit's coming in. Quench that one. Health comes in. We gotta reload. Let me try and get tagged too much. There we go. My shield's about to go down. Got it. Foxhole in this. There we go. Gotta grab that. Can't tell if they... There we go. Wow, that was lackluster. Can't really move. There's the barrel. I'm gonna make another 8 of those slots. I'm probably gonna put everything in the ship so we can get all of it. Let me soup. Oh, no, you don't. Shield is down. That is actually pretty dangerous. I'll have to reload. These are very, very tough spots. We can just get taken out by one powerful blast just like that. Gonna fall back a little bit. Yep, fall back.
Toxic protection. Falling.
We're not winning that battle. We're definitely not winning that battle. Okay, not really much we can do about that, except get what we already have. Move this over our ship outside. Let's go ahead and recover that shield first. We can do that by eating a little bit of this, eating a little bit of that, and that. And there we go. Okay, Sentinel Force is deactivated. Yep, do not sit there like I did and almost die. If you see that thing going down, leave. Journey milestone accomplished. What do we get? Destroyed 5 sentinels. You'll get that achievement relatively easy. I think we destroyed more than that though. Move that to starship. Move this to the starship. And we're gonna move this one also to the starship. See what goodies we got.
Toxic protection. Falling.
So that we can go ahead and sell here pretty soon. We can sell that. That is important. We need that. And we got 2 more of the weapon shards. Unfortunately, we're gonna try again. Ammo's pretty low. Go ahead and reload. Make sure you reload right when it says low ammo. Don't wait to run out, or else it'll take a really long time to reload. We got our 2 shards of glass. Just need to shoot another 8 more, and then we'll be fine. Why do I always choose 10? The reason why I choose 10, you'll have a better gamble at things you're going to get in terms of upgrades, especially the health ones. You can get the health upgrades as well as the weapon shards for our boltcaster. We'll be sitting comfortably for a bit up until we need to upgrade again. Like I said, this isn't needed. It's just something that I do recommend for players that do want to do a little bit of combat and do want to get a little bit of an upgrade at the beginning of the game. And it is possible just by using just the boltcaster with the supplied upgrades from Sentinels. Just saw that coming. I feel like I can't move. Gotta make sure you keep... Wait, I was like, why is that healing? It shouldn't be healing. They don't self-heal, not like the corrupted ones. Cool, times glass, good, good, good. Yeah, I don't actually need it. More drones are coming in. Wow, this one's hard to take down. Thank you. I was like waiting. We're gonna keep some barrels, kind of spread it out, so we can just pick them up as we need health. That's part of the strategy in the first place. Oh, like we need it right now. I just saw a health drone right there. It does become a little annoying when they come back into play. Where's the other one at? Oh, I saw another one. Don't use my ship for cover. Kind of need that. And we're gonna grab that one as well. How much is that? We are at 6. Okay, just 4 more. Now you'll notice that the cursor right there, you'll see how it's displaying those little arrows on the side. That means you're directly aiming at it. If you don't see that, and trying to shoot in this direction, you will slightly miss. You get a little bit of a bonus every time you hit it. You'll see the little yellow numbers come up. Where's the one at? Right there. That means I'm aiming right at it, but the little shooting icons means I'm locked in. Didn't see any yellow that time. You see that 275? That's a little bit of a crit there. Almost got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. We only have... Did I take out 4 already? I did not know that one was in trouble. Okay, 2 more. Oh, my shield is already down. I guess the shield isn't coming back up. Right there, got you. Don't got you. It spawned in too many health drones. Gotta get you guys out. Okay, no, I gotta run. That's twice this has happened. Just go back inside, hide, and then we get what we need. Then we'll, if not, then how close we are to the ship? We're not that close. We're a little bit out of range. How about here? Yeah, we're still out of range. There'll be an upgrade module that we can use in order for us to... Whoop, you don't see me. Yeah, at this point, just go ahead and hide. Once you have your 10, then see what you get. Get the shards or the boltcaster. Just go ahead and roll with that for a bit. See what you can do about getting the upgrades for your health. If not, then yeah, either try your best luck or just run. At least you'll have upgrades for you to either sell or upgrades for you to add in terms of combat or health, whichever one you get. I hope you do get both. Okay, now that we're near the ship, let's go ahead and put that there. That also on the ship. Okay, we ended up getting 2, unfortunately.
Toxic protection. Falling.
That is actually not bad. Ended up getting 4 in the walkthrough prep, but that's okay. Now that these have an adjacency bonus, our shield strength is up by 32% plus. Oh, I guess not plus. Core health just went up a bit by 33%. Solar panel power also went up by plus 30. Our life support tanks are 108% more than before. Sprint distance is now a little bit better. Fuel efficiency is also better, which means I guess any kind of fuel efficiency we use for the jetpack won't be too much out of the life support. Yeah, out of the life support. We're just going to go ahead and stick with that. We went ahead and got the upgrades that we needed. Now let's go ahead and go back over to our base to go ahead and move on with the rest of the storyline. Okay, never mind. Now, we're supposed to be finding that tech. Let me see if it's over here. Kind of forgot about that when we were in the heat of the battle. Oh, that's weird. Like none nearby. Very little. Very little. Yeah, let's head back to base.
Protection. Falling.
That's a little weird. Oh, there's one right there. Don't know why I didn't see it last time. Let me go ahead and grab that. Alright, destination's reached. Hopefully it gives us the amount that, not the amount that we need, or at least a portion of it. And the magic number is... It's just 2. So we have 6 at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, you guys. Go ahead and look for that buildable technology. I was going to be getting portals. We're going to work our way past the bioreactors, get to that solar panel and the batteries, start building all of that, going to space, getting gold. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Go beyond, Traveler.